Yeah, I got a problem too. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome and good evening from CPA here on Old Hickory Boulevard for tonight's quarterfinal basketball matchup, District 10 AA, between visiting Whites Creek Cobras and your CPA Lions, defending state champions in AA. Lions come into this game at 27-2 overall. They ran through the district undefeated at 16-0 in the regular season. Whites Creek comes into tonight's matchup with a record overall of 6-19. They were 2-14 in district play this season, so that this is the classic 1 versus 8 basically matchup, quarterfinal game. Winner of this game will advance to the semifinals on Friday night at Pearl Cone. Pearl Cone is the host site for this year's district semifinals and finals, girls and boys. Speaking of girls, last night the Lions girls basketball team was victorious against Maplewood to advance to the semifinals on Friday night, so they'll be playing at Pearl Cone, and the boys are attempting to join them there tonight in a game in which the Lions, of course, clearly on paper will be favored. Talking to Coach Mike Elson yesterday, though, Mike Elson, our athletic director, who has coached many a game, said, there are a lot of times when upsets happen. The teams come in unheralded and lower seeded, and upsets can take place. That's why basketball is such an exciting sport this time of year, especially you think about March Madness. So the Lions certainly will not take Whites Creek lightly. I'm sure Coach Drew Maddox and his staff have the boys focused. It's playoff basketball. Lions beginning their quest to get back to state and repeat perhaps as champions. It begins here tonight in the quarterfinal game. I mentioned Coach Drew Maddox. He is the Lions head coach in his 7th season here at CPA. Assisted by Michael Cooey, Brian Allsmiller, looking down there for some of the assistant coaches, and also Stephen Owens. Whites Creek is coached by Ricky Collins, who is assisted by Todd Lark. Team's beginning to come in about a minute or so till the scheduled start. We'll have David Guthrie with some announcements before that, and we'll also then have the invocation followed by, it looks like maybe Ingle Martin maybe to do the prayer, I'm not sure, followed by Cullen Williams, CPA senior, who will perform the national anthem. Cullen, outstanding vocalist here at the Academy in fine arts, theater, and vision vocal group participant, and an outstanding young man, Cullen Williams. So that'll be in for a treat with that one. First, David Guthrie. See, here we go, the announcements as the cheerleaders line up there, the basketball cheerleading squad on hand again tonight.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to
David Guthrie will welcome you
home of
all and us,
state champion,
those who are in attendance here.
2013 regular season
Beautiful night
district champion,
outside, crisp, cool February
and tonight's
12th
District 10
evening.
AA tournament quarterfinal matchup between the 8th-seeded Cobras
We'll
of
go ahead and
Whites
tell you
Creek
that
High School and
the winners of this game, of course, advance to semifinals, and the finals will be next Tuesday night, also at Pearl Cone, the district finals. Then you'll have region play, region quarterfinals, semis, and finals. Then you have a sectional game if you advance that far. And after that, you are a member of the state tournament group at MTSU. That'll be the second week of March. Well, the girls play first in March, and the boys play the following week. Actually, it's mid-March for the boys. I think David's saying 7 o'clock for the girls' game at Pearl Cone on Friday night. Stay tuned to your email and our social media to see details on broadcast and the times for that. We'll have the broadcast for you from Pearl Cone on Friday night.
At this time, I'll invite everybody to please rise for our invocation, led this evening by CPA Assistant Baseball
Actually, it's going to be Scott Dunham. Assistant baseball coach Scott Dunham will give us the invocation, followed by Cullen Williams with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light
It's a big capital W-O-W. Wow. Outstanding performance there by Cullen Williams. Starting lineup to be announced right now. Cobras come in, Whites Creek wearing all red. Their starters, Leon Monjet at guard. Number 4. DeAnthony Bryant will start at forward, number 24. Charles Williams, number 30, a senior, starting also at guard. Senior Hezekiah Brown will be the center. He wears 32. And then fellow senior DeAndre Williams is a forward wearing number 44. Coach Collins and Coach Lark lead the Cobras into battle.
And now here's the starting lineup for the home team.
Now David Guthrie will announce the starters for the number 1 seeded CPA Lions. Number 1 ranked in the state in Double A. I see Jeannie Christians down there, one of our biggest fans. Everybody who knows Jeannie, shout out to Jeannie. Good to see Jeannie in the house. Saw Scott Sauls. There's Scott Sauls, too, senior pastor of Christ Presbyterian Church, CPC, here for the game as well. Now Braxton Blackwell getting introduced, the freshman, number 11 for the Lions. Here's Braxton Bonds, number 1. He'll run the point. A junior, Bonds. Also at guard, it'll be Alsmiller, kind of the big guard, if you will, number 23, Jake Alsmiller, also a junior. 3-point shooting specialist. And looks like Parker Howell gets the start tonight. Howell, good to see Parker. He's wearing number 50. He is a sophomore. And then we'll have Jalen Lindsay, number 21, also a junior, starting at a post-type position. He'll probably play something of a wing, maybe down low, out front. He'll vary it up. He's versatile that way. All right, almost ready for playoff action to begin. So it'll be Bonds, Blackwell, Alsmiller, Howell, and Lindsay. For the Lions, Monjet, Bryant, Williams, Brown, and another Williams. So DeAndre Williams is 44, and Charles Williams is 30. Here we go, playoff action from the Varsity Gym here at CPA. Phil Newman bringing the broadcast along with Nathan Olmstead on camera and Derek Pennico on production. Tip is won by Lindsay, goes to Alsmiller, now gives it to Bonds. Just underway, 2-3 zone it appears by the Cobras. Patient, Bonds looks for Blackwell, drives baseline, kicks it across to Alsmiller for 3. Swish! Good start for CPA. Alsmiller, nice pass from Blackwell for the baseline all the way out. And there's a steal. And Lindsay lays it in. Steal by Bonds and Blackwell in the full court press, and Lindsay gets 2. It's a fast start for the Lions. Cobras trying to get it across. They do, finally. A three-pointer is on the way. Rims in. Off the board, the net, the rim, and then the board again. It's in by Williams. Charles Williams gets 3 for Whites Creek. Here's Alsmiller for 3 again. No good this time. Rebound to Blackwell. Blackwell will think about a pass to Lindsay. A nice, beautiful look right there. Lindsay lays it in on a beautiful feed from Blackwell. Cobras again facing the full court press by CPA. It is across midcourt though. 7 minutes to go. Kick called against Bonds. It'll be Cobras basketball out of bounds, side, midcourt. Lions in their home white, trimmed in purple and gold. Double team right there, Blackwell and Bonds. Howell with a tip away. Nice job by Parker Howell. It's to Lindsay. Lindsay to Blackwell. He may have traveled there, no call. Shot no good. Rebound by Blackwell, no good. Howell with the rebound. Shot no good. Rebound Lindsay good. Lions have a size advantage, as you can tell, early on in this game. Cobras don't have the height. Here's the pass, though. Gone up and blocked, I think, or disrupted by Alsmiller there. Shot good now. No good. Rebound Lindsay again. Here comes Bonds the other direction. Bonds will drive. Kick to Parker Howell, lays it up and good. Fast start for CPA. They lead now 11-3 with 6:20 to go in the first quarter. And they continue their full court, kind of a zone trapping full court press. Tipped away by Blackwell. Goes to the Cobras' Brown, though. Gets it back to Williams. They'll set it up. And a man-to-man the Lions appear to be. Is it? Or maybe a zone? Yeah, it's a zone, I think, with some pressure applied on the ball. Cobras trying to find some help. That is Bryant. Stolen by Blackwell, though. Will he dunk it? Perhaps he will. He will. Oh, he'll almost miss the dunk. My goodness. Blackwell smiles a little bit there. He tried to dunk it. It kind of wobbled around the rim before it fell in. Blackwell smiling. His teammates also. The Lions lead 13-3 now. They got off to a fast start tonight. Speaking of Blackwell, I always want to give a shout-out if his family in Virginia is watching. Welcome. Glad to have you on the broadcast. We saw a note on our Facebook page the other day from, I think, a member of Braxton's family who enjoys watching, and they had asked about getting leading scorers at halftime and after the game. We try to do that at halftime when we can, and after the game we'll try as well to give you a quick rundown of the leading scorers in the game before we sign off tonight. So 5:43 to go here in the first quarter. Lions ahead by 10. Timeout taken there by Whites Creek. That was their first, and the first of either team tonight. No fouls called on either side so far. It's been a quick, fast-paced, clean game by both teams so far. Full court press will continue. It'll be Charles Williams trying to inbound. To get to Bryant, back to Williams. Tipped away, though, by Lindsey. Lindsey goes up. Lindsey lays it up and in. So good job there by Jalen. Lions are going to work on their press. Inbound at that time to Monjet. Goes back to Williams. Williams guarded closely. Here's Monjet. Back to Williams. Good job there getting it across by Whites Creek. Oh, nice fake. Ball fake right there. Good move by Williams. Charles Williams with the only points of the game for his team. A three-pointer and that too. 5:16 to go in the first. Howell inside. Howell kicks it out to Alsmiller. Cross to Lindsey for three. Rims out. Good job rebounding there by Whites Creek's Hezekiah Brown. Brown, a senior, gives to Monjet. Monjet looking for help. He's in trouble. He finds Williams, Charles Williams, but he's wolfed away there by Braxton Bonds. Ball lost by Howell. Here's Williams. Blocked by Blackwell out of bounds. Good job there by Blackwell to send that one packing toward the back padding there on the near wall. Inbounding will be Bryant, or Fleming rather. No, it is DeAnthony Bryant. Gives it to Monjet. Monjet, number 4, is double teamed immediately. He's in trouble. Gets it to, it ends up being Lindsey to Bonds. Bonds goes up and scores. Monjet doesn't have the height to contest that really. Tough matchup there for him. There's a kick again by Bonds, second of the game for Braxton Bonds. Of course, high school basketball has no shot clock, so there's no reset. Just Cobras basketball out of bounds. 2 subs come in for the Lions. It's Coleman Spann, number 2, and Andrew Manuel, number 5. Out go Alsmiller and Howell. 4:34 to go in the first. Another kick. That's the third kick on Braxton Bonds. If those were fouls, he'd be in trouble right now, but they're not. All our parents, grandparents, alumni, etc. watching. Students, I hope a few maybe. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Here's Monjet across midcourt. Ball bouncing around the floor now. On the floor. Manuel gets it to Bonds. Bonds 3-on-1. Lindsey skies and dunks it. Jalen Lindsey with the alley-oop dunk right there. Good pass from Braxton Bonds. Here is another steal opportunity. Bonds gets it up. They'll call traveling or timeout. Bonds was on the floor and got the ball up on a pass, but before that, Coach Maddox called timeout to 30 for CPA. I guess they did not want to risk the traveling call against Braxton. They're good hustle by the Lions. They are playing with purpose tonight, and that full court pressure has been relentless and almost impossible for Whites Creek to penetrate so far. It's really created a number of turnovers and easy buckets. So with 4:10 to go here in the first quarter, it's 19-5 now. CPA leads. Yeah, the Lions have the height advantage. I mentioned on the roster, we've got Richard at 6'2". Let's see, Howell goes 6'6", Blackwell 6'6", Lindsey about 6'7", Osmiller 6'5", there's Paul Adams 6'6", will come off the bench perhaps. And nobody with that kind of height really for Whites Creek. Maybe DeAndre Williams, the senior, was close to one of those guys, but the sheer numbers, there's a bucket by the Lions, and the full court press continues. Here is Monjet, has it number 4. Gets it back to Charles Williams. He goes down. It's Bonds rather. Lindsey dunks it again on the alley-oop. Now it's 21-5, 3:36 to go in the first. It's going to be a long game for Whites Creek, probably so. There's almost a steal. Yes, a steal by Bonds. Bonds gets it, goes through the lane. Here is Span for 3. No good, short. Rebound comes out to Whites Creek's Bryant. Now to Monjet. All the way in the corner to Williams. Charles Williams for 3. Good. Nice shot by Charles Williams right there. 23-8 now. 3:10 to go in the first. Only points of the game for Whites Creek scored by Charles Williams, number 30. He has all 8 of their points, I should say, and make it 10. Williams lays it in. 10 points Cobras, 10 points Charles Williams. 13-point lead Lions. They are the Cobras have 5 points in a row real fast with 2:50 to go in the first quarter. So not over by any stretch. It certainly is a tough matchup for Whites Creek, but Lions give up 5 right there. Span for the posting up Blackwell double teamed. Span for 3 again. Good this time, Coleman Span. Excellent shot by Span. And a good inside-out play there to Blackwell and back. In the lane, nice move, lays it in, does Hezekiah Brown. 2:20 to go. So that's the first points of the game not scored by Charles Williams for Whites Creek. Here's Span inside for Lindsey. Lindsey back out to Manuel, now Bonds. Cobras playing aggressive defense right now. Maybe that timeout helped them kind of get retuned. Bonds drives, Manuel for 3. Good, Andrew Manuel. Wow, a lot of weapons with Span and Manuel coming in and draining threes. That's a big boost off the bench for CPA. Minute and 50 to go. There's a push. I think Manuel, no traveling called. Looked like from this vantage point that Manuel might have got away with a shove right there. Instead, Charles Williams called for walking. Osmiller back in. Who else? Paul Adams, 12 in the game. I mentioned him a moment ago. Adams goes 6'6", 265. Yep, he's a football player too. He wears number 12. Monjet is guarding Bonds full court man-to-man right here. Minute and 43 to go in the first. It's double screens here by Manuel and Adams. Span for 3 again. Good, Coleman Span. What happened there, Bonds got 2 screens, and he found Span wide open for the 3. Well, wow, okay, nice job by Bonds right there to get a timeout call as he was flying out of bounds. Yeah, a lot of levels you can't do that anymore. The flying out of bounds timeout. I guess it's allowed in high school. I got to plead a little bit of ignorance there. A few of these rules I don't always know the high school distinction between high school and college and pro, for example. But 1:31 to go. Lions lead it by 20 points right now at 32-12. Timeout, that will be the second of the game called by the Lions. They have 3 remaining and 4 remaining for the Cobras, so they've only called 1. Both timeouts for CPA have been called when they were scrambling for the ball on loose ball. One on the floor and one there flying out of bounds. Coach Maddox way out on the court. Can't see him, but he's way out on the court instructing his players. Here they go. Here's a play. It's a screen by Manuel. Osmiller has it stolen, though, by Charles Williams. Williams drives, lays it up, and good. Williams now with 12 points for the Cobras. He's playing really well. Here's Bonds. Lead 18 again, 1:16 to go. Jake for 3. Too strong. Rebound out to Bonds. Bonds, well, tries to find Coleman Span. A little bit too hot on the pace of that pass, I think. Span was open. We saw him for a layup, but the pass couldn't quite connect. Minute 7 to go. Lions in the full court press. Drive down the lane. Block called on Adams. Adams had good position right there, it looked like, but he was called for a block instead of the charge, and it was drawing the foul. Hezekiah Brown, 32, on the layup. I thought Brown was there and had established himself in good position, but the referee saw it otherwise. Minute and 2. remaining in the first quarter. First foul on Adams, first foul of the game on either team. That's unusual. Long two, no good. Rebound Bonds. Here's Braxton with the clock at 50 seconds. Span with a 2-3 so far. Manuel for three, nails it. That's 2 threes apiece for Manuel and Span. They've really come off the bench and been a boost. Full court press. In trouble is Charles Williams. Williams comes up with it, gives it off to Bryant in the corner. Almost out of bounds, stolen by Osmond. Good defense there by Paul Adams. Clock at 25 and running. Missing the shot that time, it was Brown. Or rather, missing the shot, having the pass picked off by Adams, I should say. Lions going to hold for the one shot if they can. 13 seconds to go now. Bonds is guarded by Monjet, screened by Adams. He'll roll off it. What's the call? Illegal screen, I think, on Paul Adams. Yes. What happened is he set a screen, then he rolled off it. Maybe the referee thought a little bit too early and took the defender with him. So the judgment there is that he did not allow the defender to get past. He was moving, and it's a block. So Paul Adams has 2 fouls against him. The only 2 of the game by either team are on Adams. Here is a 3 on the way. Off the backboard, no good. Rebound, Osmiller as time had expired. Jake's shot was close to going in. Wouldn't have counted anyway, though. So after one eventful first quarter, 35 points for the Lions. Is that right? Wow, in the first quarter, 35-14, CPA leads. After one, we saw the timeout called pretty early by Whites Creek, and they got a little bit more focused and did some good things. They scored 5 points quickly and finished with 14 in the quarter, 12 of those by Charles Williams. And the other 2, I think, were by Brown, 32, if my math is right. Lions had a blitzkrieg of 3-pointers there, 2 apiece from Manuel and Span, 1 by Lindsay, if my math is right there. Rather, 1 by Allsmiller, not Lindsay. A couple of dunks by Jalen on alley-oops from Braxton Bonds. So you got a game full of highlights already in the first quarter. We're only 1/4 of the way through the game. Cheerleaders got some signs tonight. Go fight, win signs. They're over there trying to get the crowd into the game. Lions come out with their starting 5. Cobras come out with Charles Williams, Hezekiah Brown, Monjet, Bryant, 24, and DeAndre Williams, 44.
Whites Creek with possession to start the second quarter.
Ball out of bounds off of Williams. Good job by Blackwell at the time. Blackwell knocked the ball off of the thigh of Charles Williams, so it'll be Lions basketball. Braxton, guarded by Monjet, full court, will get it across. Screen by Lindsay way up high. He rolls off it. Bonds looking for Jake. Jake will travel. No call, maybe. I don't know. At the risk of being an official, I'm not a ref. I'm just a play-by-play guy. Got to watch out for calling too many calls. Turnover that time out of bounds off of the Lions. Their pressure is now kind of 3-quarter court. It's beaten. Here's 2 from the baseline. Good. He gets the roll that time. DeAndre Williams for 2. Bonds leads at 19 now with 7:20 to go in the second quarter. Blackwell tipped away, though, by who was that? And a charge is called against Charles Williams. Good job by Osmo taking it. That ball was knocked away, I should have said, by Hezekiah Brown. Brown and Williams at 2-on-1. Williams drove. And good job by Jake Osmo to draw the offensive foul. First foul called. Hold on a minute. That's the wrong number. First call on Williams. First foul on Williams. Charles. And the first foul against Whites Creek. So here we are with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Only 3 fouls total in the game. Jake for a long 3. No good. Rebound comes out of the Cobras. Brown. Stolen though by Jake. Jake to Bonds. Layup good. Nice job by Allsmiller with the steal and the assist. Kick called on Bonds. It's his 4th kick of the game. He wants to go try out for Coach Brett Armstrong's soccer team, apparently. With Coach Armstrong going to have to watch this tape and see if Bonds might make the squad out there on the soccer field this spring. They were practicing out there earlier today, by the way. Saw them And the track athletes practicing. Baseball is also practicing. They're getting ready for their spring schedule. Question with the scoreboard, perhaps, or the clock. Here we go. 6:46 to go in the second. Ball inbounded to Bryant. Bryant way up. It's Monjet. Watch out for the Wolf right there in the form of Bonds. Charles Williams for three. No good. It's almost a two-handed shot for Williams. He's made two of them, though, I think. So that's he's made at least one. Oh, nice pass by Blackwell to Lindsay right there. Blackwell, he's good at accelerating and then stopping on a dime and made that pass to Lindsay for an easy layup. Pressure continues, stolen by Blackwell. Blackwell goes in. He goes up. He slams it. That time looking a little cleaner on the dunk for Blackwell. No such thing as before when he bobbled it. Not bobbled it, but the good pass and layup this time. Charles Williams gets the assist to DeAndre Williams for two for Whites Creek. High-scoring game. Blackwell in trouble down there off the backboard rather, and comes down to Whites Creek. Wolf, foul will be called on on Alsmiller. I'll get it straight. Jake gets called for the foul as he comes up from behind and steals the basketball, but the referee thought he got some hand as well. Jake's first, team third. 2 on Adams, 1 on Alsmiller. In for Whites Creek, whom? Let's see. No who. 52, Burris is in the game. There is Burris with the basketball. Gives it to, does he? Tries to get to Monjet, does. Monjet across, way down, too far out of bounds. A little bit too high there for Bryant to come down with it. 5:40 to go in the second. Fans trickling in here. It's getting to be a decent crowd on this Tuesday night. Blackwell. Howell. Nice pump and one. Parker Howell. Good job of getting that time Brown in the air and drawing the foul, making the layup. Howell, the sophomore. He's listed at 6'6", 240, also a football player. One of the big bodies for CPA. Bonus free throw, rims out, tipped by Lindsay. Back to Howell. Howell down the lane. Gives to Lindsay. Lindsay will go up and score. CPA leading scorer, I think, is Lindsay right now. We'll get that number at halftime exactly. Here's a steal. Maybe Blackwell, though. Actually, Blackwell's got a bunch, too. Here's Monjet with it from Brown. Monjet double-teamed. Gets to Bryant. Bryant to Charles Williams. Williams on the lane, lays it up. No good, but a foul called on Howell. Howell not sure, I think, there what the infraction was about. He was in the air, and there was contact, so it's probably a natural foul call. First on Parker, 4th team foul. Charles goes to the line, and first one falls in. Williams now, I believe, with 13 points. Jake Alsmiller's way down on the other end, camped out for a possible three. 2 shots good by Charles Williams. 45-20 with 5 flat to go here until halftime. Bonds across midcourt. Lindsay almost stolen, but Blackwell recovers. Lindsay down the lane. Lindsay goes up. Lindsay scores. Nice work. He split 2 defenders down the lane, lays it in off the right side of the glass. Williams goes up. Shot is no good. Tipped in, though. Nicely done right there by Terrence Burris, 52. Lead 25 points still with 4:30 to go in the half. Nice job. Blackwell with a beautiful touch pass to Parker Howell. Howell with a beautiful layup. Nice assist by Braxton Blackwell that time to Howell. Here's Bryant. Down the lane, kicks off. Back to Bryant. Goes up, blocked by Blackwell, though. Bryant looking for teammate Brown, but it was taken away that time by Bonds. Bonds to Howell. Howell losing the handle. Bad pass, looking out of bounds off of CPA, I think. Yep. That'll be. Parker was trying to get the ball back to Bonds right there, but it was a bullet, a laser type pass that went down court. Coach Maddox gives a 5 to Howell as Howell comes out. Good minutes for Parker. Played well. Notwithstanding that one errant pass, he did some good things in there for CPA. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Ball off of Bryant, he recovers it though. Bryant will give it to Monjet. Cross midcourt again. It was Lindsay tipped the ball away that time, so no over and back. Bryant way down low for Burris. Burris goes up, scores. Nice pass and conversion there of 2. Lead back to 25. Here's Span again. Nails his third 3 of the game, Coleman Span. Wow, 9 points for Coleman. He is en fuego. Lions have 5-2 on the scoreboard. Yep, here with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. High scoring game. They're on pace for 120 or so if they kept this pace up. Doubt they will, though. Monjet, Bryant, Burris down low. Good passing for Whites Creek, and they score. DeAndre Williams with a bucket. Good play by the Cobras right there. Dance team are warming up for halftime, it looks like. So stay tuned. At halftime, we'll have the CPA dance team. Span again. Another 3. It's his 4th 3 of the game for Coleman Span. Timeout called by Whites Creek right there with 2:50 to go in the second quarter. That dude is unconscious right now, in the good sense of that word. It's a 30 taken by Coach Collins, Coach Ricky Collins. Last night it was Kayla Michaeloff came in the game late, scored 8 points quickly on 4 2-pointers to kind of help finish off the game for CPA. And tonight it's Coleman Span off the bench, who's much earlier in the game, leading the way for the Lions with those 3s. Manuel has 2. Allsmiller has a couple, I think. We'll get the scoring at halftime, but Lions have spread the wealth around in terms of the scoring. Blackwell has some points. Lindsay has some. Howell has a couple. Bonds, I think. Lions playing well, but Whites Creek is not giving up. They're down by, what is it now? Well, 31 points, is that right? But they're hustling. Thank you, Derek. Derek has the score going on the production tonight. Much appreciated. Derek Pettico. Appreciate Derek with Belmont. Graduate student, all around great guy. Almost a travel right there by Bryant. Inside of Burris. Out of bounds, off. They're going to say off of Lindsay. Lindsay thought it was off of Burris. Let's see what referees are going to discuss matters and say, yes, CPA basketball. In that case, Lindsay was right. He knocked the ball off of Burris. CPA basketball, 2:32 on the clock. Blackwell run the point right here. Blackwell likes to run the point, likes to handle the basketball as a big man. He's good at it, too. Well, that time it was stolen. I jinxed him. I'm sorry about that, Braxton. It was Bryant to Charles Williams. Goes up. No good. Tip attempt by Burris. No good. Burris going to be called for traveling. May have been out of bounds anyway, but he gets the walk. I was complimenting Blackwell on his ball handling skills, and then the ball was stolen from him, so I better not say anything else about any of these players. I want to jinx them. Here comes Bonds. In the game is Manuel again with Adams, Allsmiller, and Span. So only the 2 starters in the game for the Lions. Bonds, a nice move in the corner to Jake. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Adams inside, scores. Nice job. Entry pass from Jake right there. And Adams gets the little 4-foot, essentially a layup, a little bit long layup. Here's Monjet guarded by Bonds. It's man-to-man by CPA right now. They're working on their man-to-man. Manuel going to get called for a shove on Charles Williams. 1:43 to go in the first half. Manuel gets called for, I think, is his first foul. It is. His first, team's 5th. 2 against Whites Creek right now. Bryant for 2. Good. Nice pass right there, and bucket by DeAndre Bryant. DeAnthony Bryant, I'll get it right. 1:30 to go. Lions lead it again now by 29. Manuel for 3 again. No good, but a foul's called. 3 shots coming up for Andrew. Andrew the junior. Lions are a well-rounded basketball team with weapons who can kind of hit you from all different angles. Favored to win state again. If you look on paper, they're ranked number 1 in the state, and going into this tournament, they are the prohibitive favorite to repeat as state champions in AA. Of course, you play the games on the court, not on paper. So, Manuel's shot, second one no good. In comes Bryant. Out goes Monjet. In comes for the first time tonight number 12, DeLandre Walker for Whites Creek. Manuel Swish. He makes one of the three. That's good. Lead at 30. If the lead reaches 35, clock will run. Micah Davis comes in for CPA, 33. Good to see Micah in the game here. In the first half, out goes Bonds. Full court press, well, pretty much three-quarter court press. Bryant over to Walker. Walker to Charles Williams. Williams down the lane. Williams stops, pops, short. Rebound comes down to his teammate, though. Williams also down the lane. Oh, nice pass right there. Layup is missed, though, on the reverse side of the bucket by DeAndre Williams. So Williams to Williams to Williams. Osmiller for three. No good. Rebound comes down to Williams. Gets to Bryant. Clock at 50 seconds to go here in the first. So less than a minute. Here's Walker for three. Swish. Wow. Into the game, DeLandre Walker drains a three. 43 seconds to go. Stolen by Burris. He's out of bounds, though. They're going to say yes. Right in front of the Whites Creek bench there. Good steal by Burris, but he must have touched the sideline with his foot. Davis will inbound. Right in front of the coaches there for Whites Creek. Tight squeeze on that sideline there, as it is in many places. Here's Manuel to Davis. 38 seconds to go. Davis going to set it up to Span, who's in the game, to Adams. Stolen, though, by Charles Williams. Williams down the lane. Guarded by Davis. No good. Flying around there. A couple players. Whites Creek. Here's Davis to Jake Allsmiller for two. Nice job. Davis, good recognition there that Allsmiller was alone, and Allsmiller finishes to make it 60-31 with 14 seconds to go here. Now 12, 11, foul called. I said a few minutes ago that the Lions are on pace for 120 in this game, and they certainly are, exactly, with 60 points in the first half. I don't think they'll keep that pace up in the second, but you never know. Bryant will inbound to Walker, to Charles Williams. Williams makes a move. 5 seconds. Williams blocked by Adams. A foul is called on Paul, though. DeAndre Williams went up for this jumper. Adams was in his face, and he gets his third foul of the game, whistled against Paul. 2 shots coming up here for DeAndre Williams. Lions lead by 29 points with 2.5 seconds to go in the half. No good on the first one. Blackwell and Lindsay come back in. I want to mention real quickly, I just saw a few minutes ago, Will Neesmith, seventh grader, is here. If any of you know the story of Will, he's had quite a battle the past 9 months or so since he had brain hemorrhage at camp, and we've all been praying for and pulling for Will, and he's doing very well with his recovery. Here's Blackwell for a long three, too strong. So it'll be halftime, and they finish that point there. Will Neesmith, mom Stephanie Neesmith, teacher at the academy, and sister Lindsay is a high school student here at CPA, and we're all certainly thrilled at the progress that Will has made in his recovery, and we've been praying for him. There's a 5K coming up not too long. I think it's March. It's in March to support Will and his medical recovery. So it's called the Willpower 5K. You can look it up, Willpower 5K in Franklin, Tennessee, and certainly encourage you guys to consider either running or at least supporting that effort. There's Ron Mercer in the house. I see Ron Mercer, Good Pasture, former fellow Good Pasture basketball player, along with Drew Maddox. It's good to see Ron, his little boy, in tow. So halftime, we will tell you, the Lions lead it comfortably by 29 points. Timeouts, 3 apiece remaining in this game. Fouls, of course, will reset. Foul trouble, Adams has 3. I think only 2 called, maybe 3. 2 called against Whites Creek. So they have nobody in foul trouble, but they are, of course, in scoreboard trouble right now. So we'll take a quick break. We might have an interview coming up with RBA if he can. He may be busy during halftime, but if Richard Anderson, our headmaster, is free, we may spend a minute or two just talking to RBA about kind of current state of things at the academy. Lots going on. Really, really busy time of year and great time of year. Here at CPA, if you're a CPA family, a parent, we certainly encourage you to look at our website, cpalions.org, and look for your weekly email. Here comes the dance team, led by Lisa Roman and the CPA dancers. will be doing their thing. Let's enjoy this. Well, a great job right there by the CPA dance team. Outstanding, beautiful performance by those high schoolers, led by Mrs. Lisa Roman, our dance teacher, dance coach. And you see the left, kind of bottom left of your screen right there is Scott Sauls with his facing us, talking to Mr. David Guthrie right there. Scott, senior pastor of CPC, Christ Presbyterian Church. Learn more about CPC, you can go to the website christpres.org. It's christpres.org. Learn more about CPC. Of course, those of you might not know, I guess most people know that CPA is a ministry of CPC. The Academy is a ministry of the church, and share the campus here, 2323 Old Hickory Boulevard in Nashville. I want to mention a plug out to my good friend Cal Cook, our Director of Development and Alumni Relations. Cal, great guy. He is a Belmont graduate, outstanding tennis player in college, by the way, for those who don't know. And Cal leads up our alumni relations and also our development. And right now, we're kind of gearing up for some momentum on the Believe Capital campaign. The Believe Capital campaign is what made possible our new high school and the renovations to the rest of our campus, including middle school, elementary school, and other improvements. Of course, the beautiful new high school in its second year, gosh, hard to believe, almost 2 years completed in the new high school building, which is a beautiful new addition to the campus. But the Believe Capital campaign has an opportunity still for those who want to contribute to that to do so. You can buzz Cal Cook, email him or call him. He's at cal.cook, C-O-O-K, at cpalions.org, or just call the main number. Cal can receive your call. Look on the website if you want, cpalions.org/support. That's the place to go to look for opportunities to contribute to the Academy in ways that really benefit student learning and make it possible for students to attend the academy and enrichment opportunities for them educationally, and also some professional development. The annual fund is a possibility, but a lot of emphasis this year on the Believe Capital campaign. So learn more at that website or by dropping a line to Cal Cook. About 2.5 minutes to go. We'll be right back with you in about 2 minutes as we preview the second half. Lions lead it by 29 right now, this quarterfinal game here at CPA. Here we go. Second half action about to begin from the Varsity gym. Here come the Cobras. It'll be Lions basketball to begin. They have, I think, the starting five in, yes. As I believe does Whites Creek. Blackwell at the point for the moment. Allsmiller inside to Lindsay. Lindsay will be grabbed that time by Hezekiah Brown. So a quick early foul called on Brown.
32, Hezekiah Brown with the foul. That's the second personal.
That's 2 on Hezekiah, 1 for the team this half. Here's Blackwell for 2. Swish. Little 15, 18-foot jumper right there. Lions go up by 31. Long pass to Bryant. Off Blackwell, but it comes to Bonds. Bonds will drive. Lay it in. Fast drive right there by Braxton Bonds. Now stolen by Bonds. Bonds goes up. Bonds no good. Rebound. Fought for, comes to Lindsay. Lindsay to Blackwell. Blackwell, the freshman. For 2, short. Rebound comes down to Williams, DeAndre Williams. Here's Monjet. Down the lane he goes. Stumbles, but a foul's called on either Lindsay or Allsmiller. Let's see. It's going to be on Allsmiller for a push. Second foul on Jake. First of the half for the Lions. Charles Williams inbounds to DeAndre Williams. Knocked away. Good job. Well, that may have actually hit. It hit Williams first, then Alsmiller, then out of bounds. Almost a steal by the Lions. Good pressure right there. 1 minute gone here in the third quarter. 7 to go. Williams to Bryant. Back to Monjet. He's guarded by Braxton Bonds. Williams thinks about a three. Again. Williams to Bryant. Back to Monjet. Hassled by Bonds right there. Monjet gives it to Bryant. Bryant, Lions playing really strong, aggressive D right now. There's Williams way outside. 5-second count is on. Williams drives. Williams goes up to shoot. Shot adjusted, almost went in anyway. Good D by Bonds. Rebound to Parker Howell. Here's Bonds to Blackwell. Blackwell down the lane, lays it. Reverse. Oh my goodness. Did you see that? Wow. That looked like it wasn't going to go in, but Blackwell goes down the lane, under the basket, lays it up off the other side of the hoop, backboard rather, and it goes in. Oh, wow. 6:05 to go here in the third. Lee is 35 points, so the clock will run now continuously pretty much. Charles Williams for three. Good. Williams, outstanding. That two-handed almost shot from behind his head has been effective. Travel called on Jalen right here. Turnover. Look at the scores at the end of the game. Don't have them right now for the first half. Sorry about that. Got so excited watching the festivities at halftime that we forgot to get the stats. Long two off the glass. The bank is open for DeAndre Williams. He puts it in. 5:30 to go. Stolen that time by DeAndre Williams, but it's given to Blackwell. Has 1 foot on the line, but he's okay. Midcourt. Bonds. Lindsey for three. No, Lindsey walks again. That's 2 in a row called on Jalen. Traveling violations. Lead is 30 points right now. With 5:22 to go. So we said it earlier, the winner of this game plays at Pearl Cone, not the team necessarily, but at the Pearl Cone gym on Friday evening. I think the girls are at 7, boys maybe after that. We'll find that out for sure. Here's DeAndre Williams, Monjet. To Charles Williams for two-handed shot again. It's good. That two-handed jump shot. I mean, two hands almost equally on the basketball. It's a unique-looking shot, and it's been effective tonight for Charles. Alsmiller for three. Good. Jake nails another one. 4:45 remaining third quarter. Monjet guarded by Jake. Jake slips. Bryant down the lane. Goes Bryant. Blocked by Howell off the referee. Watch out, Parker. Parker blocks the ball right into the ref's shoulder. By accident, of course. 2 subs come in. Span and Manuel. They were deadly in the first half with their three-point shooting accuracy. Out will go Parker Howell and Braxton Blackwell, the freshman. Inbound attempt made by Bryant, looking for Monjet. Goes up to shoot. Oh, my goodness, what a shot by Monjet. Leon Monjet, who doesn't go much more than about what? I'm guessing 5'3", 5'4". Nice drive and nice shot by Monjet that time. Here he is again with a drive. Monjet goes up. Oh, what a pass that time. And it's missed. The layup missed, though. And Span is there out of bounds off of CPA. No, it's still in. Lindsey to Manuel. Big props to Monjet. Here is Bryant going in for the layup. Good. Lions a little bit sloppy right now. They still lead big by, 26 points, but not as sharp as they have been in the first half. 3:51 to go in the third quarter, rather. Alsmiller for three, rims out, rebound comes out of Bryant. Bryant travels, doesn't he? Yes, he does. So turnover, CPA basketball. 3:43 to go in the third. Timeouts, 3 apiece, fouls, 1 apiece this half. Bonds trying to inbound, guarded by Charles Williams. Looks for Lindsey, finds him. Lindsey to Span, to Alsmiller for a long three. Good. Jake Alsmiller. He is deadly from out there. Now he's guarding Monjet to Bryant. To Williams. Lead is back to 29. Monjet He traveled, yeah. Leon Monjet called for the walk. I don't have his numbers, his stats, but he definitely is the smallest guy on the court, but he's playing with big heart tonight. It's been fun to watch him hustle at the point position for the Cobras. Lions basketball with Manuel dribbling around looking for somebody. Jake on this side now. Jake for three. No good. Rebound. Lindsay has it. Goes up. Scores. Guarded by Brown, but Lindsay made a little turnaround jumper. Kind of a half jump. Turning jump shot, put it that way. Bryant to Williams. Back to Bryant. 2:45 remaining, third quarter. Shot, baseline, no good. Good blocking out that time, and the Lions rebound Bonds. And Laney goes, layup good. Nice job by Bonds all the way to the hoop. Lions will win the basketball game, and I want to remind fans, we'd love to have you come to Pearl Cone on Friday for the girls and boys games. If you can't make it, or if you're out of town watching, we invite you to watch the broadcast from Pearl Cone. If you do come to the games, which would be great, it's $6 per ticket to get in at the gate. And by the way, should CPA win, advance to the region or level and host the quarterfinal game, if that's the case, then you want to make sure you realize that CPA season passes are not valid for home playoff games. Playoff games are not part of the package for CPA season passes. It's just a separate fee of $6 to get in. So keep that in mind. And we will certainly announce closer to those game times, opponents and times. Mentioned last night, I'll mention again tonight, a lot going on this spring at the Academy. On the fine arts front, there are a few things happening, including the spring musical Bye Bye Birdie, put on by the high school fine arts department. It's going to be an outstanding musical production. There'll be 3 performances on April 19, 2021, I believe it is, mid-April on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Excellent production it will be, no doubt about that. 2:09 to go in the third. Ball shot is off the backboard and good by Bryant. The bank's open twice now for the Cobras. A Span was guarding him, but he made the shot off the backboard. Manuel all the way across to Alsmiller, saves it to Blackwell barely. Span to the corner for 3. Oh, it's good. Coleman Span, my friends, has 5 threes tonight. Wow. 15 points. Here's Williams to Monjet, and back to Williams. Bryant now has it. Lions have Adams in the game. Adams right there on the defense. Rebound, Blackwell. Braxton down the lane all the way, finds Jake in the corner. No good. Rebound comes out to Monjet. Monjet with a rebound. How about that? 1:15 to go in the third. Charles Williams for 3 again. This time it's short off the rim. Alsmiller to Blackwell. 1-on-2. Gives to Manuel. Gives back to Span. Span guarded closely by Charles Williams, though. Down to Blackwell for the dunk. Nice pass by Span to the cutting Blackwell. And Braxton gives a finger, the number 1 sign towards Span to say thanks for the pass. Thanks for the assist. A good NBA move there. You got to learn how to point a finger and thank your teammate who passes the ball to you. Blocked away by Alsmiller, but recovered by Bryant with 40 seconds to go in the third. Now 35. Bryant to Monjet. Whites Creek has the basketball. That time it's knocked away from or tipped away. I'll get it right. Manuel for 2, no good. Rebound Alsmiller, though. Now Span again, short this time. Blackwell, though, picks it up. Foul going to be called on Whites Creek, I believe. I was someone to try to express the fact that it was DeAndre Williams lost the ball on a pass down to this side. At the other end, Manuel went in for the layup, couldn't make it. And the ball was bounced around, and now it's a foul called on Charles Williams, his second personal, team's second of the half. Blackwell, 2 shots. No good on the first one, rolls off the rim. Coach Ricky Collins has a question for one of the officials down below us. Gets an explanation right there. Goes back to the bench. Coach Maddox standing there with his arms folded. You can see his arms crossed. It's one of the familiar positions that Coach Maddox assumes as he coaches his team. The arms crossed. Bryant. No good. Rebound, Span. And the third quarter comes to an end. After 3, it's 81-45 CPA. .45, I should say, yep. And we will do the math on that. Cobras scored 14 points that quarter. Lions scored 21. So it's 21-14 for the quarter. So Lions build on their lead by 7. Lead now by 36 points after 3. Great time at the middle school. Yesterday, the middle school cake bake was a great event for those people who want to eat cake. Some of us are dieting, so no cake for us. But the boys get together in teams. They make cakes, and the girls bid on those cakes, and they get to purchase a cake, and then they all eat the cakes in the afternoon. It was a beautiful spectacle to see all the creative work by some of those boys' teams. And, of course, I know one or two moms may have helped out in making those cakes. Let's just assume that. And the money raised goes to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Money contributed as the girls buy the cakes. So kind of a fun event yesterday. Like Mrs. Rhonda Smith, the principal, mentioned several $1,000s, I believe it was, raised for Make-A-Wish. Fourth quarter underway. Monjet guarded by Manuel. He slips. Gets back up again. Finds Williams, Charles Williams. There's Span guarding him. And in the game is Ben Dreer, 32 for the first time. Good to see Ben on the court for CPA. Here's Charles Williams, short that time on the jumper. Here's Manuel. Parker Howell's in the game with Paul Adams. And there is Span in the lane. No good layup, almost. Just fell off. Here's Charles Williams, 7:22 to go in the fourth. Whoops, off the hands of Williams. Comes down to Ben Dreer. He gives it to Manuel to Span. Baseline drive, reverse layup, good by Coleman Span. Span may be up there among the leading scorers he is for CPA tonight. Stick around after the game. We'll give you the leading scorers for both teams and wrap it up. That time Parker Howell went up. Thought he got ball there, but maybe a little bit of hand on Rayvon Walker's in the game, number 40, Walker. Well, hold on a minute. Was it Walker shooting? I thought it was. Never mind. It was actually DeAndre Williams at the line, but Walker is in the game. I'll get this right. Walker, it is Rayvon Walker. There's 2 Walkers out there on the roster for Whites Creek. First free throw is good by DeAndre Williams. Coming in for CPA. Tommy Meck in the game, 34 for the Lions. Tommy getting some playing time. Stolen away, though, taken away by Leon Monjet. Shot no good. Bounced around. Out to Rayvon Walker. Long shot from Charles Williams, no good, but a foul's called on Manuel. It'll be 3 free throws upcoming for Williams. He is quite clearly the leading scorer, I'm almost positive, for Whites Creek. He scored their first 10 points of the game, and then he scored a bunch more after that. Okay. So Lions, foul on Monjet, I think, against Coleman Span. An inadvertent takedown right there 5:44, clock running. Lead 83-49. The second foul called on Monjet. Lions will advance to the semifinals. They will go to 28-2 on the season. Last year, of course, 37-2 final record, AA state champions. Span, Manuel, Davis in the corner. Back to Manuel. Span for three. No good this time. He's made 5 tonight. Here comes Monjet. Guarded by Davis. Back to Walker for a bank shot. No good. Rebound taken away by Meck. Tommy Meck. I'll apologize later if I have to for butchering his name. I'm not too much. But and your Manuel for 3 gets it. Manuel's got 3 threes tonight by my count. 4:50 remaining in this game. Lions 86-49. They might make it to 100. We'll see if they do. No free tacos if they do, though. No free Frosty. Is there anything like that at Belmont? If they get 100 points, is there some kind of prize, you know?
Like 10 threes and you get free tacos.
Ah, 10 threes at Belmont. Free tacos. The Lions have made 10 threes tonight. I'm sure of it. So the tacos are forthcoming, I wish. Pass out of bounds that time by Rayvon Walker. Shout out to our cheerleaders down there you see them on the baseline cheering on the Lions. I always give a shout out like can. Our friend Courtney Baker, who's a member of that squad, foul on Span that time. Courtney has helped out with a number of broadcasts, especially football. She can't help with basketball because she's down there cheering. Mentioned baseball season is underway with practice going on. Coach Larry Nesbitt and the boys. Softball also getting ready to get going with Jennifer Martin at the helm. Track, Mark Miller and Coach Patton also. Timeout going to be called. Let's see. Yeah, 3:32 to go. Clock will stop for that. John Patton helping out with track, along with Mark Miller. Saw them out there running interval training today. Some of the track athletes were doing 400-meter intervals at their mile pace. If you didn't know about track, you know that's a tempo type run where you run about your mile pace for a quarter, take a break, do another one, do a bunch more. Saw Megan Roach out there, one of our outstanding CPA track athletes. Megan was doing some training, gearing up for her season. Talked to Jay Baker briefly. Jay, along with Chris Charles, I think, are heading up to an indoor track meet in Kentucky this weekend where they will compete in the high jump for Baker and the pole vault for Chris Charles. Outstanding track athletes, girls and boys side for CPA this spring. Okay, here we go. 3:32 remaining. Rayvon Walker inbounds to Williams. Out of bounds, though. Intended for Terrence Burris. Lions have, let me get this straight, Meck in the game, Manuel, Davis, Micah Davis, Coleman Span, and Ben Dreer, 32. So I think pretty much the entire bench getting to play tonight, if I'm looking correctly. Not Thomas Richard, though. I think Thomas out tonight. Foul called. So not even dressed is Thomas Richard. Who else down there? I don't see anybody else.
Whites Creek foul, 44.
4 fouls against each team. Doesn't really matter right now. It's immaterial. 2:45 to go. Want to mention another plug for this Catherine Kuntz and the Learning About Learning series. That will be Friday morning at 8 a.m. at the Academy. It's a 5-week series right now that you can learn more about on the website. If you look under academics, cpalions.org, and look under academics, you'll see a description. Shot no good that time by Davis, or rather by Dreer. Span, though, gets a rebound. Span again. Span 3 times. And a foul's called. Good job by Coleman Span to be persistent right there and draw the foul. 2:05, clock running. So Catherine Kuntz, our academic dean, will lead that discussion. All parents or folks in the community are welcome. It's talk talking about different ways that learning is emphasized here at the Academy, and technology and other aspects of learning. Really insightful stuff. I know Catherine is sharp tack. She certainly knows her stuff, and it's always insightful to be around Catherine and pick up some insights that she's learning, and she'll want to interact too, make it be a discussion. So 8 a.m. to 9 a.m.-ish. It ends at 9-ish. It starts at 8 a.m. sharp on Friday mornings. More information at cpalions.org under academics. Down the lane, shot no good. Rebound, though, by Williams. Goes up, scores. Good job there. The shot was missed by Lawan Fleming, 34, who's in the game. Also, Maurice Wilhoit, 20, in the game for the Cobras. Two players we hadn't seen before now. Manuel for three. No good. Rebound tipped out there by Davis to Dreer. Back to Davis. 1:25 to go. Micah Davis to Manuel to Span. Baseline drive by Span. Finds Dreer. Back to Span. 1:17 to go. Ball is stolen away. A foul will be called on CPA's Manuel there as the ball was intercepted by DeLandre Walker. Clock will keep running. 1:06 to go. One more shout out to our swim team. Got to mention Tatum Wade. Tatum state champion. Yes, last weekend she won state in the 200-yard freestyle event and finished second in the state in the 500-yard girls freestyle event. She has qualified for All-American status with those times, and Tatum only 14 years old, a CPA freshman. So great job, Tatum. Congrats to Tatum and the swim team. We had a bunch of boys in Knoxville for the state meet, along with Tatum Wade, coached by Bruce Francis and Rachel Crenshaw, and they represented very well. 30 seconds to go in this ball game. But Tatum especially excelled as the state champ at 200 yards. In a time of, I forget what, but it was great. All-American caliber time. I think she was at 4:40 something in the 500 yards. That's swimming, folks. That's swimming that far. I'm tired just saying that. All right, 9-7-6. The clock's going to run out here. 9-8-7-6. Walker drives, scores. Good shot there by DeLandre Walker. That will end the game, and CPA will win it 87-53. The pace slowed down for the Lions. They only scored 6 points that last quarter. And I think, 8 points scored by Whites Creek.
And now progress to the district tournament semifinal game this Friday at Pearl Home. Hope to see you there. The Lady Lions followed by the Lions. 7 and 8:30 Friday night at Pearl Home. Come on out and support them.
Stick around while we're leading scores momentarily. Our broadcast partner, Nathan Olmstead, CPA sophomore, is heading down to get that from David Guthrie. David Guthrie now announcing that's the third season in a row completed with no home losses in district play for the Lions. And I think they won 23 straight, 28 straight district home victories going back to 2010. That's good to mention that. Coach Maddox and his staff and his team have had unparalleled success here at home. Lindsay with 20 points. Span 18. 22 for Charles Williams to pace his team and to lead all scorers. Good game for Charles Williams. So you heard there, Lindsay with 20 and Span with 18 with 5 3-pointers. Right now Nathan's getting other scores. We'll announce those momentarily. So to wrap up, Lions win it handily tonight and move on to the district semifinals in 10AA. And the winner of that tournament and the runner-up actually will go on to Region 5 play. Now, the region semifinals and finals will be at Vol State this year up in, what city is that in? Hendersonville, Gallatin, Vol State. Anyway, it's up there north of Nashville. And we hope to bring you the broadcast of those games, assuming if CPA advances either girls or boys and or both. So that's going to be after district play. First things first, district semifinals and finals, we hope. And then next week, region quarters, semis, and finals. If you win region or finish second, you go on to the sectional game, and that sectional game is a must-win an elimination game for state. Here we go. Full scoring. Thank you, Nathan Olmstead. All right. Thanks, Nathan. Okay, it was Lindsay with 20, Span 18, Allsmiller with 11, Manuel with 10, Blackwell with 10, and Bonds with 10 points for CPA. And for Whites Creek, it was Charles Williams with 22, DeAndre Williams with 12, and DeAnthony Bryant with 6 points to lead Whites Creek. So for Nathan Olmstead and Derek Pinsko, this is Phil Newman signing off. Thank you for joining us for this broadcast. Lions victorious, and the boys and girls advance to the district semifinals on Friday night at Pearl Cone. And we'll see you back here real soon at CPA. Good night.